Okay. Hello, Gina, Sylvia. I hope you can hear me all right. If not, please just type it in so I know. Okay. Good. Hopefully I'm nice and clear. Okay. I'm just going to finish off. Whoops. And I just finished doing my report lines. So I've saved it. And I'm going to put it in the other charts. Okay. I'll just refresh that. And once I've done this, we'll go and see what's happening tonight. Okay, so any session that you begin with starts with report lines, update them, save it, and update, and then we're ready. Okay, so we've got all our report lines in. So this is the afternoon session. Because here we are, the blue box hasn't completed, so it's the current time frame we're trading. So we go to the previous box that's completed, which is the green box. Okay, so it's easy. Whatever box you're in, if it's still hasn't finished, then you have to go to the previous one to get the information. I collected the information, used the calculator, copy and pasted all the information across. Yeah. So, as you may have noticed, we've had a time shift. So, the Melbourne session, the open candle happens at 8 o'clock Melbourne time for Melbourne people. And so, whatever we're looking at, if I'm looking at this candle and I can look at the bottom and it says 8th of the 10th, 2018, 11:00. Okay. Now I add 8 hours because at 00 broker time, it's 8 in the morning here in Melbourne. So I add that makes it 1900, which means 7 o'clock, which is correct because if we look at the bottom left right hand corner of my screen, it says 7:03. Okay. So it's very easy to go and basically work out what time lapse, even if we change our time. So this morning, after a beautiful week of last week of price moving up, okay, so and yeah, over the last 3 days, so I'm not counting today, Friday, Thursday and Wednesday, pound Aussie has moved, I think 600 pips, yeah, 606. So it's had a good move upwards, and that's because its economy is going pretty well, and news that the Brexit could be sorted out certainly means that there's a positive side to the news for the pound. Yeah. Okay. Now, there's opportunities all the time, but if we keep looking for everything, we're going to fatigue ourselves. So we really only want to trade when things are supporting our game. Yeah. So what we like to go and do is to have our vertical lines, our fulcrum, to identify a unique special candle that we can go and base our calculations, work our stop loss, take profit, and that momentum, once it's confirmed, is going in a direction. So when those things are there and they're confirmed, it means the chart's supporting the game we want to play and suits our game style, which is to take a trade when there's least risk and there's the highest probability of success. Most of you might now have seen some of the new language that I've included in the alerts. As you can see, the LGD River now has an alert that says blue vertical line, do step one of fulcrum. Or LG River, red vertical line, do step one of fulcrum, yeah? So these things are just to help you prompt. The other one says manual exit. This is when the red or blue diamonds occur. It says manual exit point question mark. That means if you're in a trade, perhaps it's a good time to get out. So this is just to remind you. And it says current low red diamond. So if you're in a cell and you got this alert and you read it, it would prompt you to go and look to see whether you have the conditions for manual exit. Okay, so these are two things that I've added into the indicators. So when you get an alert, it has more meaning and it's more similar, well, it has the same wording of the Fulcrum PDF, yeah? So just bear with me a sec, because I know you've probably gone blank for a quick while. I'm just going to go and pull up the PDF, and then we can just okay. Hopefully you had a good weekend and you're enjoying daylight savings if you're in Melbourne. So just, okay. New share. Okay, so hopefully you can see the Fulcrum document. Okay, so once again, just to remind you, after you've done your 8-hour report lines, you've updated, and okay, no worries. Yes, smartphone, so very good, and computers to update the time. Okay, so when you get a vertical line, your alert will tell you to do step one. And step one is this, isn't it? To mark out the special line and put horizontal lines at open price. And that's a horizontal line where the vertical line crosses the opposite riverbank. Okay, once again, if you've got a blue vertical line, it wants to cross the green riverbank. That means it wants to go up. The direction's up. If you have a cell, red cell line, vertical line, it wants to go to the pink riverbank, yeah? So where the vertical line crosses the riverbank, you put a line, yeah? We'll do these very shortly. And then default stop level, whatever time frame you're on, you've got your charts telling you what the default stop level is for that time frame. And it's either the default stop level or the channel, whichever is greater. Yep. And then whatever that stop level is, a default profit level is the equal amount. Yep. So the alert tells you that. So I'm just going straight through there. Once you've done that and you've marked it out, and you mark it out with every vertical line, yeah? And then you follow up, because a lot of times when the line comes up, the candle isn't confirmed. And so each candle thereafter, if it's 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, you would have a look, maybe arrive, you know, a minute before the new candle, so you can have time to see whether it looks like it's going to be confirmed. Yeah. And how do we look? What are the criteria? By vertical line, current low red diamond, dotted yellow line, etc. Okay, most of this, you know, so that's step 2. If criteria is met and the open price in the right trading zone, so we still want to have price in the buy or sell zone, yeah? The right trading zone. You place a trade, and then once you place a trade, please, you know your exit rules. Exit rules are if a current time frame diamond appears with a white line joining, or price goes shooting well outside the riverbank, yeah? Okay, and your profit targets haven't been reached. So once again, these are the things that are standard that we should keep doing, yeah? Okay, so let's go and see if we can go and find a vertical line. And it's really, once again, a matter of continual practice, because how do you know you're doing well? Well, you can't judge yourself if you don't get the trade, but what you can judge or monitor and review is how well am I doing the 3 steps. You know, you mightn't get to step 3, but am I doing step 1 correctly, 100% the best I can? Am I doing step 2 correctly? Yeah. Okay, so in this way, even if we don't get to put a trade on, we're able to go and still measure ourselves as to how well we're doing things, okay? And these things are very mechanical, so that means we repeat it every time. And your job's pretty much mechanical, isn't it? You go to work, you know what you have to do. The steps, get yourself a coffee, arrange your desk, whatever. Okay. Okay, we've got a chat away. I'm confused too. Too bright to be... oh yeah, Sydney probably does have daylight savings. Okay, so the latest vertical line that we can see, okay, just a special line here. Okay, can you see it there? And you can see where the open price is pretty much nearly on the hour 1 reversal. So it's going to be, if I put a yellow line to mark it, I'm not going to be able to see it. Okay, so a lot of times your report lines are in a very good position. Okay, so what I'll do instead is mark out where I'd be putting a horizontal yellow line. Okay, so that's the first item or second item for on the PDF. My next one would be here, and once again, I've got 2 report lines very close to where the vertical line is crossing. Yeah, so putting another line there, it's going to be quite a lot of lines. So they're close enough for me as the second one. Okay, now I've just done my report lines. So the properties of the report lines, and at the current moment is pink, magenta, so I like to change it to yellow. Okay, so I can go and see. Okay, so there would be a horizontal line at the open price, a horizontal line at the riverbank the price is going towards, about to cross, and the next one there is 30 pips or channel. Okay, the channel's only 15.4 pips away, so our default stop loss is greater, so we'd have a 30 pip stop level. Yeah, okay, so once again our stop level is very close to the green stop line. Yeah, so the benefit of doing the report lines is a lot of where we're going to be placing our take profit and stop levels and our projected take profit levels are going to be sometimes very close to where the report lines are. Yeah, And that makes us feel comfortable because price is reacting to where these report lines are. So, and when things sort of do that, it's like a bit like deja vu, like it knows what you're thinking and it's happened to you before. And 30 pips down there, okay? So you can see why I changed my color to yellow so it stands out. Okay, so this trade here, okay, definitely would have got the default stop level, and it did get to the projected or desired price wants to go, would always like to go to the opposite bank when it's got momentum. It's reached that as well, which is about 65 pips. And the diamonds, where the white dotted lines appeared. Okay, so this trade is pretty much closed out. Yeah, we wouldn't be thinking about entering a sell. Apart from that, price actions in the buy zone. We really like to be getting into the sell zone. Yeah. Now, the other thing that I spoke about last week is by the time price action gets confirmed, price might be in the wrong zone. You know, it might be below the river center line. So once we've marked this out, as you can see, and I've put a yellow line even where the red vertical line was, we can actually use that because we've marked all the information where price wants to go based on this confirmation of 15-minute to actually enter the trade. And you can see over here that price has gone into the sell zone quite a few times, and based on the confirmed profit targets of the vertical line and M15. Okay, and this is the M15 chart I've downloaded to the 5-minute, and you can see this is this rectangle box is where the pink riverbank of the 15-minute is. Yeah. Okay, so which means that whether we've got a confirmed line on a 1 hour or 15-minute or a 30-minute and we'll price in the wrong zone, if we've done everything we're supposed to in a PDF in the step 1 and marked it up, it just provides more information and we can utilize that information in another time frame. Yeah. And these report lines are the same in every time frame because they're objects and we've updated all our charts. Okay, so it allows us to be comfortable because when we get down to the 5 minutes, it's got a lot more opportunity in the sell zone. We've got a lot more pink. And, if we're going for a sell, that makes us feel very comfortable because we can see nearly all the all the windows that provide us visual confirmation that the market's on our side and in the right position for us to have a very nice trade. Yeah. So these are all the visual confirmations and reaffirmation of a trade that's going in the right direction, and we have control because market conditions suits our trading style and our trading system. Okay, so whether it gets confirmed or not, every time we get a vertical line, our job is to mark it out. Yeah, because once it's confirmed, we know exactly where to put our stop levels, don't we? We don't have to go and panic and where do I drag it to type of thing because we've already marked it up. So that's the benefit of doing that, and it gives you a systematic way of doing your job and to assessing yourself. Self-assessment. What did I miss? How quick am I getting? Okay. The more you do this, the quicker you get. Okay. Over here, under 1 hour, we've got a vertical line. Yeah. So once again, each chart and its vertical line are individual. So we have to treat it like an individual. And just because we already marked another time frame doesn't mean we don't mark this alert. We're going to pay respect to each time frame. Once again, the open price is right on that orange reversal line. So putting a yellow line there, it's going to be very hard. But because I've marked it with the yellow line, I can see that the open price has been marked. Okay. And once again, R is 50 pips. So channel's 13 pips or 14 pips away. So 50 pips is, yeah, pretty much on the riverbank and on the third green report line, yeah. And 50 pips down. It's pretty much, yeah. Okay, so as you can see, our hour didn't get confirmed, right? Because on each candle we've looked back and we can see there's a green center line. Okay, and we don't have pink in window 3, W3. We've got only pink in W2. So we need pink in W3, and either W2 or W4 has got to be pink. So this hasn't been confirmed. Okay, doesn't mean it mightn't, you know. Price might go up and down a little bit more, and it might get confirmed, you know. Price could go a little bit down, or could go a little bit up and then come down. But our job's each hour candle to check it out. Okay. First thing that strikes me here is the last vertical line. Even if I mark it up, you can see pink center line, pink in at least 2 windows, and one of them is window 3. Yeah, so this is really a confirmed trade. Okay. And you can see one of the reasons why I've chosen vertical lines as a center of attention, their central activity. You know, our essential activity is to respond to the alert, mark it out accordingly to the PDF, and we expect 80% of the time the price, once it's confirmed, once the vertical line is confirmed, that it's going to go to take profit. And when we mark it up and then we close the computer and come back later, we see, oh, that line and all those horizontal lines, price hit it. So it reaffirms in our head that price does do this. Okay, so are there any questions with regards to this particular, to anything I've said so far? Okay, so you good, Sylvia? Okay, well, that's great. So yeah, and just, yeah, so each chart with its vertical lines deserves its own attention and to mark it. And while you're marking it, you're realizing that there's momentum and special candles from multiple time frames saying the price wants to go down. Yeah. So when you do enter a trade and you've got multiple time frames trying to get the vertical lines confirmed. And when you've got a confirmed time frame, like the 15 minutes, showing the price wanted to go, you know, beyond the S1 support line, as we saw here. Okay, so from that vertical line, when we marked it out, it showed us the price has a desire to go to the pink stop line, because when we marked where across the pink riverbank, it's pretty much on top of it, yeah, and price self-prophesized target. So the market does do that. But for us to go and reinforce it and to get really good at it, we've got to go and follow all the steps in the PDF. And it really just rolls off like that. Yeah, so on the 15-minute, as I said, prices met all its minimum and projected and extended targets. As well as that, it got a red diamond with a dotted line, and it's near the pink riverbank. So, you know, it's now in the buy zone. So really, to go jump in a trade there and hope that it will go down to that pink one, really not justified. If we've missed this, we've missed this, yeah? Well, certainly on the 15-minute. Okay, so over here on the 5-minute, what you see price doing is on the 5-minute, price is actually given a red diamond outside of the pink riverbank, and price at that stage doesn't like being outside the river, so it's come back in. Okay, so these vertical lines, yeah, would mark it out. And yeah, well, definitely not confirmed at this stage because pink center line, and we've got window freeze pink. So window free has to be the same color as the vertical line desires. Red vertical line most definitely wants a pink window free. Okay, a blue vertical line definitely wants a green window free shading. Yeah, so these sort of things, when you look at, it should really be an automatic thought, because these things match up. Okay, so once again, this is the latest one. So over here you can see open price, that little love handle there. It's pretty much on this report line, so it's going to be very hard for me to put a yellow horizontal line there. That's why I put a yellow vertical line there, because that tells me that this is the candle that's the special one, that the blue vertical line's underneath. And by looking at it, I can straight away see the reason why I didn't put a yellow line on top of it, because when I go to take the yellow line away, I'm going to probably delete my report line, yeah? Because, you know, when you double click it to delete. So, but I'll put on the other lines. Okay. So, blue vertical line, open price, horizontal line at the green riverbank. Then we look for open price 20 pips down, okay, or the channel, and you can see pretty much 20 pips is on the channel. Okay, so oops, there, and I'll project default take profits 20 pips up, and that's pretty much just below or between the reversal line and the limit line. Okay, so a lot of times, yeah, the report lines are pretty good projection as to where price is interested in, yeah? Okay, so this isn't confirmed, but we've marked it out. So this, as you can see, this is pretty much how we're able to go and ensure that we have a high quality and that because we're always doing the same thing. Okay, so if we're always doing the same thing and we're having a bad day, but we've been doing something consistently the right way for so long, we'll still do the right thing the right way, even when we're not functioning properly, yeah? Because unconsciously we've trained ourselves to go and do it. Okay, so trading now breaks down to pretty much repeatable actions that you do every time, yeah? Okay, so once again, when I've got a confirmed vertical line from another time frame, I'm not limited to just trying to get the trade on the M15. Okay, so that, just to give you an example, okay, so I've put another horizontal line here just to mark this, like price is getting in the wrong side of the river, yeah? So it's not in the wrong price zone, but as you can see, it might not be in the right zone, the M15, but certainly in the M5. Yep, so it really does open up the doorways for us to really allow us to be in the most comfortable position when we enter a trade, having it all ticked off. Am I in the right zone for this trade? I've got confirmation on the 15-minute. The price wants to go pretty much all the way down to, you know, red report line, etc. So at this stage, there are still 20 pips on the 5 minutes, yeah, based on the target of where the 15 minutes said it wanted to go. So best way is just to ask these questions when you're in the middle of a trade, or when you've come across it and you're wanting to end a trade. Take a screenshot and post it. If I don't answer it, I'm sure somebody else that has been practicing and doing this and can share that knowledge and discuss it and work it through with you. Okay, so this is pretty much where I'm probably going to stop, because it's really 8-hour report lines, update all the charts, and then respond to your vertical lines. So you can do step 1, step 2, and you've got the prompts when you're in a trade for manual exits. Okay, so the reason we do use vertical lines is because it says when they happen, generally around that candle, when it gets confirmed, we're going to get a safe trade. That means there's really removing guessing. Okay, once again, to give the example, okay, so, you know, enter a trade and be confident when you have nothing to help you, yeah? So we don't have to do that, because by putting the template, it puts context, framework, and puts it in a way that we understand what the chart's telling us. Okay, so I'm going to close off the meeting now. And yeah, any questions, please post it on WhatsApp, That way when I answer, you've got a typed answer that you can refer back to. Okay, so, but in the meantime, you can utilize this, yeah? So, yeah, any vertical line, any time frame, and that's the beauty of this, because we can see when we've got multi-charts and we've marked out our vertical lines, and we arrive a couple of minutes before the new candle, we can see which chart is the most likely to get confirmed. And yes, looks like this one is. Then we can go and make that the single one that we can get. Okay, we arrive exactly when the candle opens. We're not going about a review and have a quick assessment visually of the 4 charts. Yeah, so over here in the 1 hour, you can see that windows 2, 3, and 4 are pink. So this is not going to be confirmed. M30, we can see it's pink in windows 3 and 4. So that's got a lot of the criteria going to be met, you know. M5, okay. So you can see when you've got multi-charts, if you know where to look, you can see the chart that's the chart with the vertical line that's most likely to be confirmed. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for tonight. Hopefully that opens up and reaffirms some of the things that you might have already observed. Okay. Take care, and I'll have this. Okay. Any questions I should ask? Okay. Cool. Yep. So I'll have this. This has been recorded, so I'll have it uploaded, and I'll send you the link. So thank you. Have a great night. Lots of trading tips for all of you. Okay. And take care.